Hi, welcome to my channel. This is going to be my first YouTube video on this channel, so please excuse any nervousness or awkwardness that I might exude. Today I'm going to be talking about what you can expect for Mercury retrograde this month. It started on July 7th and will be ending on August 1st, so we are already about halfway through it. So first I'm going to be talking about what Mercury retrograde is. I am going to be reading some things from some members of GG33, my faves, because I'm not an expert in this. I would like to make sure I'm bringing you guys accurate information and not just what I've gathered and think to be true. Mercury retrograde is whenever the planet Mercury changes its orbit and appears to be moving backwards. Mercury is the planet of communication, so whenever it appears to be moving backwards, it can bring a certain level of confusion, which is why you see people talking about things like, oh, don't message your ex, and like, make sure you back up all your electronics and stuff, because we use our electronics for communication. So if things can be going backwards with that, you want to make sure that nothing goes wrong, right? The planet Mercury rules our lower mind. So how we perceive and interpret information that we receive from our environment, and how we relay that information to others. Mercury rules speaking, negotiating, buying and selling, listening, formal contracts, documents, travel, the mail, and shipping. All of these areas of life are affected when Mercury is functioning in a sluggish state. Decision making can be challenged during Mercury retrograde. I see so many new astrologers and people spreading kind of misinformation and fear-mongering and using fear tactics to play with your emotions, because they know that if you feel confused enough and scared enough and fearful enough, that maybe, just maybe, you'll purchase a reading from them. And next I'm going to be talking about what Mercury retrograde is not. First of all, Mercury retrograde is not a time where you need to live in fear of something going wrong. You don't need to change your entire life for the period that Mercury's in retrograde, because the reality is Mercury is in retrograde for like a quarter of the year, and you don't always hear people freaking out about it. Right now, apparently, there's quite a few planets in retrograde, so if some of you are feeling like it's more intense right now, then that might be why. But it also depends on where the certain planets are in your chart. That determines how it will affect you personally, because not everybody is going to feel the exact same way. There might be some common themes in what we all feel. Like, a lot of people I notice have been posting about how they're more tired and stuff like that, but people will not experience all the same thing during these times, no matter what you see online. Not all of it is true. Having awareness of what is going on with the planets can be beneficial, because then you can use it to your advantage instead of living in fear. But yeah, you really just don't need to live in fear or feel like there's certain things that you can't do. Next, I'm going to talk about some recommendations or things that you should do or be aware of or kind of focus on during Mercury retrograde. Press pause on anything new, catch up on work, reflect on the past. It's the perfect time for a trip. Maybe this trip can be returning to a place that you've been before, reconnect with old friends, refresh areas of your life, revitalize your living quarters, so focus on your inner world, trust the timing of your life. You may find that work projects that were put aside, you can go back to those, and you might find that you have a new energy towards it. Go with the flow. Always go with the flow of the energies. Don't try and resist the energy, because you just won't. I mean, unless you have a certain energy and life path number and you are the type of person that can do that, you cannot run away from the energy. So try to flow with it, you know, take everything as it comes. Don't try and resist changes. If your life seems to be changing, accept it as best as you can. And yeah, I mean, resistance will most times almost bring more change, because the more you resist a change happening, the more the universe will conspire to bring events that will bring you to the point where you are forced to change. So try not, just don't let that happen. So another thing you can do during this time is acknowledge that awareness is empowerment. Having awareness of what the planets are doing can really benefit you. And if you're not a full believer yet of what I'm saying, then just think about this. You know, that we know scientifically that the moon affects the tides of the ocean, which makes up, like, I don't know, a crazy amount of the whole earth. Humans are like 90% water or something like that. So if the moon can affect the tides, the largest body of water that exists, why would it not affect us as humans, right? And the fact that you're watching this video right now means that there must be a message in it for you. So thank you for being here with me and listening to my words. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that the information I've shared will benefit your life in some way, shape, or form. My wish for you is that you have a happy, calm, and safe Mercury retrograde period. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. If you're on YouTube and you have an account, please like and subscribe for more videos. I will definitely be posting more. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out, Girl Scout.